Hello, Kevin Rosine, technical agronomist for Channel Seed in Illinois. I'm here today to just do a quick territory update, let you guys know what I'm seeing, just my thoughts on some of the crop progress and some of the things I've been seeing in the field throughout the last week or so. Going to start with soybeans this week. Uh, the soybeans, to me, everything I've seen has been really good. The beans look nice. The beans are green. They're healthy. They can tell they've got enough moisture. A lot of the beans are definitely moving into the R3 time stage, and there's been quite a few applications of fungicides to those soybeans. Um, really encourage you guys to think about putting fungicides on your soybeans. R3 is the greatest timing to do that to get some of the best yield returns that we've seen, and just highly encourage you guys to do that. Um, Other things I've seen on the soybean side, maybe a couple little pockets of SDS starting to show up in over in the Bloomington, east of Bloomington area. It seems a little early for that to me, but um, everything else seems to be coming early this year. These were, fairly early to mid-planted April soybeans, so um, just be on a watch out for that. Those SDS does come into the plant early in the season, so once you have it, it's there. And definitely reach out to your channel agronomist to work with you to try to figure out what your best options are moving forward to help with SDS control. Other than that, on the soybean side, other than everything looking good, I haven't really seen any other major issues right now moving forward. These rains over the past week or two have really helped them out, fill out. A lot of beans are probably about what the height they're going to be, but even the beans, even though they might be a little shorter this year, um, there's still a lot of nodes there. They're just packed in a lot tighter and haven't grown up as much as they have in the past. Um, I'm hoping that helps us with standability this fall, that we won't have beans leaning as much as we did last year. Now moving into the corn side, once again, as you roll my whole territory up and together, overall the corn crop looks really good as well. I think we are lining up to have a pretty good yield results from this season, and the once again the rains over the past couple weeks have really helped the corn crop take off in a lot of areas. And there are some areas to the east of the state, east of I-39, that really needed those rains because they were getting touch dry. So the rains have really helped them, bring that yield potential back up as well. The one unfortunate thing I think we need to keep an eye out for, with the little slightly cooler temps, a little more moisture, more moisture at night, is we need to start watching out for tar spot. A lot of agronomists for Channel and other brands, we've been able to find tar spot for a couple weeks in multiple parts of the state, and just want to keep an eye out, make sure that we are putting fungicides on our crops, on our corn, because I do feel like tar spot could be an issue here moving forward if we haven't sprayed. If we've already been able to find it here at Tassel before, we've had at least a week of favorable conditions for it to grow and start proliferating through the canopy. Um, it could be an issue moving forward for us if we haven't sprayed fungicides on there. Um, in case you haven't heard or don't know, tar spot really likes moist conditions. So anytime that we have a lot of moisture for more than 8, 9, 10 hours, overnight and in the mornings and evenings, that's really when it starts to take off and move. It also likes those not super hot temps, but like what we've been having in the low to mid 80s for the past week at least. So it's definitely something we need to keep an eye out for. Um, it's really good. I've seen multiple guys out spraying fungicides, and that's great. But I also understand that corn prices are down, and guys might be looking to cut costs. For me, looking at the fungicide world, with tar spot coming, I don't feel comfortable with this being a year that you'd want to cut your fungicide application out just to save some money, because there is potential for it to blow up and rob yield from us moving into the future for harvest. Another hot topic across the territory that I've had over the past, I guess, right at a week is aphids in corn. Is it a big deal? Is it going to be an issue? Just what a lot of guys ask of what my thoughts are. I guess my thoughts on aphids in corn are it all depends on the infestation level. I know it can be an emotional feeling. You walk into your plant and you see hundreds of aphids on a single plant. Um, but you also need to make sure you're looking at the overall field itself. If it's one or two plants in 100, it's not an issue in my mind. If you walk through the field and you say half of your plants are covered in aphids, then that's when you start thinking about whether it's worth it or not to put insecticide in to try to control them. What I've been recommending to guys is if you haven't done a fungicide pass and you're going to fairly soon, then yeah, let's go ahead and throw in an insecticide in there to try to help control some of those aphids out there. But if you've already got your application on a fungicide and you'd have to do a separate application of just insecticide to try to control them, I don't think we're at that level there where we need to be doing a separate application of insecticide. I guess in my past I just haven't seen it to where aphids can rob yield that much that it's worth adding in a whole separate pass, unless you just go ahead and add it into a pass you already have. Those are my recommendations. I mean, feel free to reach out and call me if you disagree and want to discuss more. But also, they have some rain forecasted over this next week. More rain, I think, will start knocking them off. One thing with aphids, they explode quickly and they just kind of show up out of nowhere, but they can also disappear quickly and just feel like they disappear overnight. So I'd say go with restraint. Don't go to any extravagant measures to help control aphids right now. I think we'll be okay. I'm honestly more concerned about the tar spot issue moving forward than I am about aphids. I think that's about all I have for this week's update. As always, if you have anything at all, don't hesitate to reach out and give me a call. I'll be glad to come and visit, and whether it's talking about products, walking fields, see if we see any tar spot, see what we're seeing in soybeans. I'd be glad to come out and walk with you guys and talk. So if you need anything, don't hesitate to reach out, and have a great day. Thank you.